Tariq, you're on mute. You're muted.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, okay, that's good. Right, good. We're there, finally we're there. Okay, welcome this morning, everyone. I'm sorry about the late start. I had some IT issues and technical issues always happen. I'm not an IT person. Good to see that we have many people here today. As you know, you'll all get a chance to introduce yourselves. One of the things we do try and do is I do try and give some business tips, etc. I do normally have a presentation. I'm not going to have to do the presentation today, okay, because I think we just need to talk about the latest information which is coming out of the government today. As I speak to you, our Prime Minister is having his COBRA meeting. He's due to address the Parliament at 12:30. There's going to be a national address at 8 p.m. later on today. And some of the things that we already know is that the hospitality industry is going to have a 10 p.m. curfew. And there's going to be a reversal. A few months ago, people were encouraged to come back to work, go back to the offices. And that has been confirmed that there is going to be reversed. There is going to be now saying that if you can work from home, to continue to work from home. And there will be other measures, and we'll see what they are. But it does seem to be that we are looking, this winter is going to be a tough winter for everyone. And that means that we need to be prepared for this winter. And so I've asked a couple of people, I know it was last minute, to sort of address some issues which I think will help us all in this. And then I'll come back later on to some of the other things. And then you'll all get a chance to introduce yourselves. So our first guest today is someone that I use their services for, their product. It's a product which I believe that everyone going forward is going to have to invest in, and that is sanitizer, okay? And so I have managed to find, for those of you who can see me, a sanitizer. Now, I've experimented with gels and all sorts of things until I came across this product. This product is a liquid product, but it is the World Health, WHO. The benefit of this, when you're in your offices, etc., is that this dries very, very quickly. I know that some of us, when we use that gel, our hands are sticky, etc. This one dries very well. So Armour is here. He's one of the partners in this business, which is set up. It's a local business, a small local business. So we should be trying to support local business. So Armour, if you can unmute yourself and tell us all about your hand sanitizer. Armour, you're still on mute, so you have to unmute yourself.
Right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now, loud and clear.
Right, okay. Hi, everyone. I can't see everyone. I actually can just see side, so apologies. I'm not that advanced in IT as well, so that's my excuse. The name of the company is Scribbler. We basically started a few months ago with two of my colleagues, Brian and Jeff. What we've introduced is a sanitizer that's rub-based. So as Syed explained, it's more faster acting in terms of dryness and also in terms of killing germs. It's proven that rub base is it basically acts 15 seconds faster than gel-based. The approach that we've done is that we've introduced a vegan base. So our sanitizer is vegan based. Now we follow the WHO Formula 2. We're HSC credited. That took a while, hence why we only introduced ourselves last few weeks. So our main aim is basically to supply businesses, schools, and just Joe public with this product. We're in the process now, just marketing the product and getting it out there for the public awareness. The thing that we've done as well is, apart from the actual, just bear with me one moment, sorry. What we've actually done, we've introduced something which not just is vegan based, everything in regards to our product, from the bottling to the label to the box, everything vegan based. It's ethically sourced. So you'll find that even our stickers are from a vegan based company, which provides stickers that haven't got any animal products. The adhesive, the boxes, the ink, everything. So we're not just going by the content, we're going by the whole product itself. That's the approach we're doing. So none of our products are animal tested. So that's basically the gist of the company itself. We're based in Manchester. We produce, bottle, manufacture everything under one roof. And yeah, and the name's Scribbler. So feel free to ask any questions.
Okay, so I think the best thing is that the way we do this is that the chat box, if you put the website name and contact details in the chat box,
yeah.
And later on I will tell everyone that how to contact, and I'll tell everyone how they can take all the information on the off from the chat box. Okay, there is a way to take it off from the chat box and they will be stored. So if you'd like to put your details in the chat box. Like I said, it's a product I've used for the last 2 weeks, and it's much better than anything else that I've come across. And the benefit is that it dries very, very quickly compared to anything else that I've seen or I've experimented with. It is now. Yes, as always, our meetings that we have on a monthly basis do go out live on Facebook, because some people just can't get onto the Zoom and they just enjoy watching the proceedings live on Facebook. So it is on Facebook, and it will be there for people to view afterwards, etc. And it all gives you a chance to sort of catch up with everyone later on. Okay, so so that's the first thing, right? Okay, so sanitizer, hugely important. The other thing that what we need to do is that we really need to focus on our businesses going forward. It is going to be really going to be a case of looking at what's available, how we're going to get through this sort of close down and the new things. It's not a total close down, but there is a possibility later on in the winter there will be a close down, so it doesn't look great, but that obviously brings its own opportunities. And one of the ways that we're going to be listening about how things can improve in the winter is we have Chantal, who's obviously deals with printing, etc., and other stuff. So Chantal, come on and tell us about your services.
Hi, Saeed. Hi, everybody. Good morning. So basically, I'm managing director of a business I set up last year in September called Printex Graphics. And we're a graphic and printing business. So what we do, we help people promote their businesses through like logos, business cards, leaflets. Now, I mean, during the lockdown, obviously people couldn't do anything much, so I got influx of queries for websites. Just to let you know, my background's actually web development. So I've been a web developer for about over a decade. So that's kind of like my specialist area. And I've helped, I mean, in this past 12 months, just over 12 months, I've helped about 8 businesses to promote their business. And then moving forward, I've been doing their websites as well. and it's not just like startup businesses, it's existing businesses as well that I've been producing websites for on different platforms. I mean, one of the platforms is WordPress, that I set up a cleaning company throughout the lockdown, where, I mean, down in London, where obviously now that COVID's quite scary for some businesses, a lot of cleaning businesses have been asking for websites, promoting their businesses as well through graphic design, logos, things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then I've got projects as well, because like Saeed mentioned, there's due to be another lockdown. So people are really starting up online, and that's, in my opinion, that's the best way to go, especially if you've got like online meetings like this one. People can easily access them, and there's not much need for them to be trying to like find you out, because obviously at the moment printing leaflet, you get a leaflet through the door and you probably not look at it that much, you know. So it's good if you've got like a really good website that people can access. And I even do the background things like Google, making sure that you're on Google, and if you've got any links to social media, everything all in one platform, which makes your business look more professional as well. So that's me, and that's Printex Graphics. Thank you, Saeed.
Okay, thank you. Next, Nasser, is we've got some skills which I believe that all businesses would benefit from. And I know that what he's been doing a lot of work with the youngsters, but now he's looked at what he's actually doing is also very, very important. Chantal, before you go, please do make sure that you put your details into the chat box. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
So
you.
everyone's got your contact details, etc. Dr. Nasser, if you would like to
Yeah.
tell us about soft skills that you're doing for business owners now.
Could you make me a co-host so I can share some of these slides, please?
You should be able to share.
You want to see this?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Saeed. My name is Dr. Nasser Ali, and I'm just going to present today our recent venture company, which was set up about 2 months ago. Although it's registered as Professional Soft Skills Limited, we'll be trading as Young Professional Society. And one of the things I've learned from Saeed's business events is that whenever you set up a company, you need to address some kind of a problem which benefits the people and the society. And the problem here that we're trying to overcome is that as humans, we're poor communicators. We lack soft skills. And that could be due to a number of reasons. It could be we're too much reliant on technology now that we've forgotten how to communicate with our fellow human beings. And because of this inability to communicate effectively, people tend to have problems in progressing in their professional careers. And also nowadays, youngsters who apply for these, for example, medical related degrees to study at universities, now because a lot of the youngsters are becoming smart now, like everything else, so they are coming out with A stars. So everybody's got A stars, they're competing for these degrees, and they have to sit these interviews. And now if your soft skills are not good, you're not going to get a place in a UK university. And there's a lot of youngsters who end up going to Bulgaria and also these other kind of countries to study medical related degrees. So it's very, very important that we communicate effectively. And if there's a breakdown in the communication, you know, there's countries that go to wars, you know, there's breakdown in relationships and things like that because of the wrong use of words and how you say these things. And because of the soft skills, people lacking these, they lack confidence as well. Now, what do we mean by soft skills? Well, these are not the hard skills that people learn in schools, colleges, and universities. Soft skills are personal attributes which are needed for you to succeed in a job. So we mean things like time management, networking, which involves communicating with people, getting on well with people, working as a team, creative thinking, and conflict resolution. So these things are not really taught in schools and colleges, but they are very, very important. So what do? We come in, we want to help, educate, train people so that they develop these soft skills, so they become more effective communicators, which is like verbal communication, speaking, writing skills. And if you're a better communicator and you communicate and work well with people, you'll become a better leader. You'll have better leadership skills, and also creativity and innovation. So our mission statement is quite simple. Young Professional Society is set up to help the youth or the young people with personal and professional development. So we aim to impact youth lives so they transform and become successful professionals, real representatives, ambassadors, and leaders of their communities and the wider society. And we do this by focusing on 3 areas. Number 1, communication. Number 2, leadership. And number 3, innovation. So these are the 3 pillars that we work under. So some of our activities, we run regular clubs. So we don't mean golf clubs or football or cricket clubs, but we run frequently clubs that help build your soft skills. And also we run some courses to complement these. So we have a half a day, full day, or 2-day courses, or even longer. And in the next slides, I'm going to be speaking and just giving you a bit more information about the clubs and courses that we run. In addition to that, we've been holding quite frequently these webinars where we bring in people from different parts of the world, experts in the field, so that they come on and they speak to the youngsters, talking about their profession, what's involved, and also the work that they are carrying out, and work, so that the youngsters see what it's like. And also we provide mentoring to the youngsters on careers. And because this is a society, we have some memberships, 2 different types of membership. So people have an opportunity to become members, and they feel they are affiliated with a learned society. And as a result, they get an opportunity to network with all the different professionals. Now, the clubs that we've been running, Speakers Club has been running for some time now, almost just under 2 years, and it's very, very popular amongst the youngsters, where they're given an opportunity, they're given advice, tips, and some training on how to give speeches about public speaking, how we've conducted some debates, given them some tips on how to do a TED Talk. So these are quite popular. We have that, the next Speakers Club will be this Saturday at 11 o'clock. Now, due to the lockdown, most of these clubs are on Zoom, but hopefully after the lockdown, we will continue to do these in physical room. Writers Club, we started earlier this year, which was very, very important and very, very popular, teaching children, youngsters how to write with clarity and impact. And then also Study Skills Club, where youngsters taught different techniques and how to revise and how to do well in exams. And also Entrepreneurs Club, where those people who want to sort of work for themselves and have some companies are given an opportunity. The courses are overcoming the fear of public speaking, memory mastery, how to improve your memory, advanced study skills, which we're about to launch on the 2-day course for the youngsters, leadership courses, and courses on innovation. And some of the webinars that we've been holding, we've had Professor Safalian from NanoReg Med, is a company in London. Prior to that, he was at UCL, a renowned professor and scientist who was speaking about artificial human organ development. We had Dr. Iqbal from University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, who spoke about nanotechnology and how it's changing the world that we're living in. This Thursday evening, we have Barrister Kadim from Leeds, who will be speaking about the different routes to the legal profession. So we're trying to get people from different backgrounds, different professions to come in to speak to, and all these webinars you can actually see on our Young Professional Society YouTube channel. And those youngsters who are into politics or want to get into politics, on the 11th of October, we'll be interviewing Afzal Khan, who's the Shadow Deputy Leader of House of Commons, and he'll be giving some tips to youngsters on how to enter politics. And we've also interviewed entrepreneurs, Remy from Love Raw, who was on the Dragon's Den, running a very successful company on producing vegan chocolates. They're based in Cheshire. Just 2 days ago, we had Mohammed Hassan, a youngster who spoke, gave a webinar on intellectual property, which is very, very important. This evening, we have Professor Ahmed from Poland, who's going to talk about the life of a general surgeon, what's involved on day-to-day. We've had Dr. Mikhail from Sweden talking about the innovation routes for the young generation. So there's been a host of different webinars, and we have professionals from different backgrounds and from all around the world: lawyers, medical doctors, professors, academics, IT people, pharmacists, dentists, scientists, accountants, all sorts. So I think this is a very, very unique thing that we're doing, and it's probably one of its kind, a learning society in the UK, which has been set up to help youngsters with personal and professional development. So we do have two categories of membership at the moment: young members, professional members. There's a small fee to pay per year. And there's a lot of benefits. So the youngsters the members get 20% discount on all the activities of society. The youngsters get 1 hour mentoring on careers. They have some free subscription to the society's magazine. They expand the network of contacts. They get certificate, and they use these letters after their name. So even if some youngster who's in school or at college, they are affiliated with a learning society, and they can put these things down in their CVs, which will benefit them and give them the edge over other people when they come to apply for university places and also for jobs. And those people who are not able to join us for these clubs or courses or these webinars, then we will be developing, we're in the process of developing these product bundles, yeah, where they can benefit from on creative writing, advanced study skills, public speaking, entrepreneurship, project management, and leadership. So these are the things that we are working on, and and then people will be able to buy, and hopefully that will add value to their work and to their careers. Our team, we got Professor Waqar Ahmed, who's the president of the society, has a lot of experience working with the youth. Dr. Saqib Yusuf, who's a pharmacist and also a lecturer at UCLan, myself, Rona Barber, a professional public speaker, storyteller, coach, mentor. So we have a good professionals who with a lot of experience in different sort of fields. Some of our people who've been collaborating with stems from USA, University of Lincoln, Faith Forum for London, where recently we collaborated on a Leadership and Democracy Week, a program which was a week which went well. Nansmart Global and Upsign, who are based in University College London. For more info, I know I was given 10 minutes to speak on this, and hopefully I'm within that time. So for more information, you can see our website, ypsociety.uk. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. You can see our webinars and that we've held in the past, and email and my contact number. Thank you very much, Saiful. And hopefully, I think that once the aim is that we want to help youngsters with the personal profession so they become successful, so they add value to their lives and to their careers. Thank you.
Okay, you can stop the share. Stop. Yep, thank you. Dr. Nasser, there's a question that's come from Isabel. What age is it aimed at?
So we have the Speakers Club, we say from 11 onwards, so year 7 onwards. So at the moment, this is what we're doing, but maybe sometime you get a 9 or a 10-year-old who's quite smart, you know. So it depends. If it's for the Speakers Club, for the Writers Club, we ask that it's 11 onwards, okay. 11 years of age.
Right.
Upwards.
Okay, thank you. Right, drop your details in the chat box as well so that people will be able to take it later on, okay? So now I'm going to go through, before I start talking about other things that people need to do to prepare for the winter, I'm going to give each one of you the chance to introduce yourselves, tell us a little about yourselves. So I'm going to start with Will. I'm going to do in reverse order today. So Will, you're W, so.
That makes a change for me. That's good. I like that. Yeah, let's go. Every networking group I go to, I'm always last. But that's fine. You know, I'm Will Oram. I'm from Frank Exchange. I'm a foreign exchange provider. So I help companies and individuals save money on foreign exchange and international payments by providing a transparent, simple foreign exchange service. So companies that import or export, or individuals who are looking to own a property abroad or currently do and have ongoing costs, anyone with international payments to make. Our unique service difference is complete transparency, as we show all charges that, including how much we make on each transaction, we show that up front before you trade, so you can make an informed decision. So if anyone who has international payments or know anyone in that sphere, then please get in touch for a benchmark to see if we can save you some money. Thanks very much. That's Will Oram from Frank Exchange.
Okay, Will, you know the details, put them in the chat box, okay? And so people will take it from there. Next is alphabetically going reverse, so we've got Tanzila next.
Hello, very good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all here, and it will be great to know each other. I'm Tanzila. I'm a coach. At the moment, I am working in an organization where we help mentoring to adult community, even school, high school, and also university students get know about financial education. Also, I am running an organization named Bank of Ideas, where I help immigrant parents to take control about their their future generation, save their identity, their self-worth, their diversity, their mother tongue. Also, I am an women empowerment coach for the community. I got few hours for my community contribution towards parents, especially women who wants to have a home business, like a small business. So I help them to start a home business from their skill or interest. Also, I am mentoring in Red Breeze College at the moment for year 2020-21. I am as a session basis, I am working as a career mentor. So this is all about me as a gist, Tanzila. So if anybody interested to know about coaching, mentoring, or anybody wants to collaborate with our organization, as we work with young, also parents, also women. So if anybody interested to work small business, and yeah, I'm happy to collaborate in areas where I have expertise. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Tanzila, drop your details in the chat box, okay? Thank you. Next, Suzanne. You need to unmute yourself.
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody's okay. My name's Suzanne. I run a tutoring company, a local tutoring company for ages from year 1 to all the way through to do A-levels. We cover both maths, English and sciences, all 3 sciences. We used to be based on Washaway Road in an office block. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we've had to shut that down, and now we are going to be based online, so we can actually hopefully work nationally as well as sort of locally. I have been personally sort of tutoring for the last 10 years and worked in primary schools and secondary schools myself. I have got a base of sort of up to 8 employees as well. Had to lose a couple due to COVID again, but obviously trying to work hard, trying to work through it, working from home, and hopefully we'll build up the business in a different sort of dimension.
Excellent.
That's me.
Okay, thank you, Suzanne. Drop your details in so people can contact you if they need any tutoring for their children. Next, Surinder, you there? Yeah. Surinder, can you hear me? Is he not there? Okay, I'm going to move on. And next to I've got Khan. You're next.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Oh, Surinder's back.
Surinder.
Okay, Surinder. Okay, fine. Thought you lost you there for a minute.
Sorry, I did. My computer froze for a moment. Yeah, I'm from M Postcode. You may have seen us online. We're a business based here in Manchester. So if you've got a business which is with an M postcode, do go to over our site and get your business registered. It's completely free. We mainly do networking events. We're very popular with the face-to-face events. Just before lockdown, we were getting something like 80, 90 people come to our events. But because of what's happening in lockdown, we've now gone on to online. One of the reasons I'm here today is actually to promote our online event, which is tomorrow. So I'll drop the details in the chat box. We normally have around about 70 to 80 people coming online as well. So they're hugely successful, really worth going to. And our aim is trying to get businesses in Manchester talking to each other. We've also just introduced something called Jim, which is Jobs in Manchester. It's a free job board where you can advertise your job. If you've got any jobs, you can advertise them in Manchester completely free. And the aim is to get Manchester talking again and Manchester business back on track again. So I'll pop all the details on there in the chat box. Like I said, if you have got a business in Manchester, get onto M postcode, get onto the hub and get your business listed. Thank you.
Thank you, that's great. And the networking events that M postcode do are brilliant. And if you're not already registered on their free site, it's worth going to, because it's getting more and more popular, and people do search it for different categories, and it is per category that they've got their directory, so it does work. Right, next, going backwards, is going to be Khan. You're next.
My name starts with K.
You've written sales mentor, so on my thing, it's just the way it's come up. S.
I thought the ABCD I've learned in school was wrong.
Don't worry, carry on.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Still morning. The name is Khan, and I happen to be someone who love helping others. Since my childhood, I got knocked down by two guys while I was walking towards a friend's house, and they nicked my Walkman. People, I think I'm in the right network to understand what a Walkman is. And from then onwards, basically, I always have wanted to help people. So I went into business. I run a digital marketing agency, specialist in websites, have helped tutors and solicitors and service industry. But today I want to talk about something else. Saeed and some of the presenters have mentioned, how things are looking at the moment. We had a bit of a ray of sunshine, but I don't think it's going to last. And yes, probably today we're going to hear some not very good news. So it's more challenging for businesses now to act and do things that they have not done. And as my effort to help out businesses, I have launched a free 5-day business challenge that helps businesses to transform their sales and marketing, and that helps them to sell more, really. So it works on your strategy. It's not a Facebook ad training or a Google ad training. It's actually working on your strategy, sales and marketing strategies. I'll leave the link. If you want to grow your business, if you want to transform your marketing strategies and be able to engage more and sell more, this is a challenge for you. I'll leave the link in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we have Marina. Marina, you want to unmute yourselves? Tell us all about yourself.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you too. I'm Italian. I'm a marketing and consulting manager. I work for an Hong Kong company. Now we have the UK branch, and we are specialized in sustainable development. So we help companies, brand, and small companies, especially in the hospitality industry, so restaurant, hotels, and what else, to switch to sustainability, because in the future we need to reduce the waste of energy, of petrol, so we need to restart our thinking about how we use the natural resource. So this is our jobs. Unfortunately, we start in UK just last year. So this COVID is a little bit hard for us to survive. We switch everything is possible to switch on internet, but our first job is to organize events all around the world to promote brand and the idea of sustainability. So this is a little bit more difficult in this time, and we can organize big events around the world. This is the big issues of COVID for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we are starting to help small companies locally. So if everyone or someone needs to be more informed about how to switch or how best use the resource, we can help. So this is our jobs, and actually we are starting a small project in Manchester. It's the first sustainable patisserie. So we are trying to standardize one system for the pastry shop, and so we have a small starting business, and that is we are struggling is for in UK to find paper, for example, for boxes that is really sustainable, because usually we can find paper that is from forest. So destroying forest means kills animals, so it's not sustainable. Or come from other production that use a lot of pesticide. It is the same, it's not sustainable. So it's very hard to move inside that is the offer we have in the to really be sustainable. So it's very hard in this moment, especially. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Marina. Marina, drop the details in the chat box, and
Yes.
then I'm sure someone will take them up. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us
so
today,
much.
and good luck with all your ventures. Absolutely, we're here to help each other out. Absolutely, we'll try and help each other out. Okay, so where I'm up to next is Loic. Loic, if you want to unmute yourselves and join us.
Hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Let me turn on my camera, maybe. Okay, but I think I'll leave it.
Don't worry, Loic.
Well,
Whatever you prefer, we don't mind.
Okay, great. My name is Loic Songo. I am a business development consultant, and I help small business owners win new customers on a predictable basis, right? Sorry for the look. I forgot completely that we were Tuesday.
Don't worry.
So
Don't worry.
I wasn't prepared for the call. So what I was saying is that I help small business owners, mainly, I want to say, service providers to win customers on a predictable or on a consistent basis. The problem is small business owners usually rely on referrals or networking. And sometimes, and many times, the pipeline dries out and they can feel helpless. They start panicking and chasing shiny objects, spending more money on inefficient tactics. So what I do is take time with you to analyze your services you are offering and craft a sales funnel, meaning the good content or the right offer to get enough of people on the top of your funnel, on the top of your the top of your funnel, and create a conversation that will be specific to your specific customers, ideal customers, and how to convert them in the end. So if you want to take time to know more about what I have to offer, you'll have my information at the end. Thank you.
Okay, Lloyd,
Bye-bye.
thank you very much. Drop your details in the chat box, yeah? So people will then take your details. All right, okay, thank you. Now we have Joel. Joel, are you there?
Hello.
Hi,
Yeah,
Joel.
I am. Yeah, so I thought I wouldn't have a chance there because my surname is V, and I was thinking, oh, is he past me?
Oh, it's way it's come up on. I only look at the list the way it comes on the participant side. It's just the way it's come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And now I'm not putting my camera on
Don't
because
worry. Whatever you're
connection,
comfortable with, not a problem. Don't worry.
yeah, because it has been dropping out, and I'm afraid that the connection will get lost. So basically now, well, my name is Joel, and I am IT professional. Now I have created my own business, mainly because mental health is something that means a lot to me, and I have always been wanting to do something about it. However, it has been a bit difficult. Like, well, okay, you want to help regarding mental health. Now, how do you go about helping people? How do you go about it? So then what came to my head was, what if I can help charity companies that are already doing that job, helping them to be more and do more, if you see what I mean, right? So then what I did, then I came with a brand new business where I'm hoping to be able to make some profit out of it, and then with those profit, then help charities company around UK and eventually worldwide. So basically, I would be the financial side of it, coming to mental health charities, if that makes sense. So then the company that I have is basically based on only 50p. It's basically a prize competition where say for instance, now I have Xbox, PS4, and all of those items. Uh, Basically, you just go in and then buy a ticket by any amount of money you want. Usually, you can start for by £1. Basically, it's a way of donating in a way. Then after, whenever all tickets are sold out, then I'll pick out a winner, and then one person will win the item. And then what will happen afterwards is that the profit that will be made from the business will then be used to help with mental health charities, well, starting around UK and then hopefully worldwide. And I felt the need to kind of move quicker on that side, because I have seen that with COVID as well, mental health has been going even crazier than it has been in the past. And also, mental health is something that we don't really usually talk about it, and it is always there, but we don't see it. For instance, say in a work environment, if you have a colleague or even a friend, right? You talk to the friend every single day, and then every morning, whenever you see that person at work, you ask that person, "Are you all right? Is everything okay?" That person will always tell you that they are fine. Even if their heart has burnt down, they will still tell you that they're fine, regardless what are challenges that they facing. They will hardly tell you about those things. And by being part of a mental health charity, for instance, if I am able to go forward with my idea, then I will be able to help to kind of discover more of those people and kind of provide the help that is needed. Because something as well that touched me recently was that around my neighborhood there was a young man, and he seemed to be the happiest man on earth, and all of a sudden we just heard that he just killed himself. And now, well, when these things happen, now we just ask ourselves, okay, so what happened? Then what happened was something that basically no one knew was going on behind every faces that he would pull, was that he had issues with his relationship and with his professional life. However, he did not really show that much to everyone, and he just decided to kind of well, take his own life rather than face everything, because he felt overwhelmed. So my idea is to be able to track all of those individuals and help them. So hopefully we see different things happening from that sort of end, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does, absolutely. Drop the details down, how people can get in touch with you and how they can help you out, and we'll see whether
Thank you.
anyone can do that. Absolutely not a problem. Okay, next is Isabel.
Hi guys, sorry, just trying
Hi.
to figure out how
Yeah.
to unmute. So my name is Izzy, and I help people become more financially secure through property investments. I bought my first buy-to-let. It completed in October 2017. And before I started, I didn't really have much by the way of funds or anything like that. And in the last sort of 3 years, I've built up to a portfolio of 6. So now I really want to start helping other people, because sometimes a lot of people don't necessarily know how to start. So I've created an 8-week course online via like Zoom and stuff like that. And it talks about things like how to find, how to look at the right area, goes over tenant legislation, all the kind of things that you might need to know, how to raise finance, all that kind of stuff. And I've also, in the last sort of couple of weeks, I've set up a sourcing company as well to sort of go alongside it, because a lot of people are unsure about how to find different deals like that. So I go out and I look for the deals if anybody's interested, and I source deals on to people, particularly that live down south or want to invest in the north. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, thank you, Isabel. Isabel, drop the details down. I'm sure that some people will be interested. Sounds really interesting. And let people know about how they can get onto your training course, etc.
Before I go, can I introduce my friend Jim, who's sort of come around for this, and he's got his own separate thing as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no problem.
Hi guys, yeah, thanks for this opportunity to meet everyone. It's an absolute pleasure. It's my name's James Buckley, and I'm finally starting out on my own as in financial services. Now I have 7 years experience as a manager in financial services, but I'm fairly new to the products that I'm selling, which are things like life insurance, critical illness cover, and accident and sickness cover, income protection, these kind of things, which I think are going to be growth industries. They're going to be on people's minds. Basically, I'm going to be helping people protect their incomes and provide financial security for the families. And I'm going to be going on a huge networking campaign very soon. So what I'd like, if people are up for this kind of thing, if you know, people want to add me on Facebook, comment, interact with any videos and offers that I have, I'm going to be providing a lot of very lucrative incentives for people to network, for referrals, for leads. And it's just going to be a case of things like tagging people. It's going to take 2 seconds. I'm going to be making videos that are maybe less than a minute long. So yes, if it's something that you're interested in, it's going to be a case of just tagging people, and there'll be very, very good incentives for people who do provide successful leads. And again, if you're able to interact with my advertising, I'll be able to do the same for yours, and we can help each other, vice versa. But essentially, yeah, brand new. I mean, if you want to know anything about me, basically the reason I got into this is because, I got sick. About 10 years ago, I got sick, and it was only after I got sick with a condition called ME that I started to think, yeah, I could have done with life insurance. I could have done with life insurance before I got sick. And the more I speak to people about this topic, the more I'm hearing a similar kind of thing, because it does seem to be one of those things that people only think about when it's a little bit too late. Often you can still get life insurance when once you've got a condition, but the premiums are more expensive, and it does make it more difficult. But for me, yeah, it's all about protecting families, protecting incomes, and helping people realise the options that are out there, because yeah, I think it's important. It's something that I believe in. Also, I mean, I'm partly inspired by the fact that I lost my a parent very early, very suddenly. He was a very healthy man, 56-year-old. Also, my mum got sick as a result of that before she was 60. So I know from very personal experience how quickly life can change, how important it is for people to be protected against this kind of thing, especially with everything that's going on. So yeah, I think it's going to be, I'm looking forward to a lot of success, and I'm hoping that I can help you guys out and yeah, build relationships and network. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And make sure that you use Isabel's chat box and you put your details in there.
Yeah,
okay, so people contact you.
I'll link my Facebook profile.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. No problem. Just put it in the chat box, and then people will be able to trace it.
Yeah,
not a
thanks
problem.
a lot, guys.
Thank you. Thanks. Next is Badr. Badr, are you there?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yes, I'm here. Hello, everybody. My name is Badr Iqbal. Basically, I'm involved in a couple of businesses. I've been, my background is actually in IT. It seems that everybody on this webinar is from Manchester. I don't know if that's right or not.
lot of us are, because I'm based in
Okay.
Manchester, so it's
Okay, that's
local.
fine.
But there
That's
are
okay.
people
That's okay.
outside
I'm from
Manchester who are listening to the Facebook
yeah,
page as well.
that's fine. We are based in Birmingham, I've been running a Jobs Middle East recruitment consultancy for institutes, universities, and schools in Middle East. And recently, because of the COVID-19, obviously, and the flights not going there, we've been affected quite badly, really. So, although I'm still in touch with the clients and also candidates, but there's not much recruitment going on. Recently, I've taken up another business with a Japanese company. It's a 45, 46-year-old Japanese company. They manufacture Kangen water. It's not only a filter, but it's an ionizer. And I'm looking to see if somebody could assist and help me to promote this here. I've put my website, which is alklinekangen.world on the chat. So maybe there are a few businesses I have heard, and I think I might be getting in touch with you guys to see if you could assist in promoting that. Yeah, so basically Jobs Middle East is on hold at the moment, and I'm going into this new project. It's I've become an independent distributor for this company. It's called Enagic, and the details are on the chat. So thank you. Thank you.
No problem, brother. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you. And I'm sure people will be here to be contacting you shortly. Next, I've got Aisha. Aisha, are you there? Yeah.
Hiya.
Hi, Aisha. How are you? I haven't seen you for a long time, maybe a year or so, almost.
More than that, I think. Maybe even 3 years.
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I set up a business which was going back to my roots of working with young people. And then COVID hit just as it was about to get off the ground, doing development programs for them. So I'm now running courses on emotional awareness, as it's going to become part of an authentic leadership course. When COVID first hit, I did 10 sessions for friends and family, and I've just started charging for it. And thanks to M Postcode, I got one of my participants came from networking there last month. I highly recommend M Postcode. It's a lot of fun. And what else I was going to say? Oh, I just want to say I've just been connecting with people on LinkedIn. So if you get something from Aisha Marda, that's me. And if anybody wants to connect with me on LinkedIn, please do. Yeah, and I'm also a life coach, particularly working with people who may have suffered burnout, who are doing a lot of caring profession type work. I was a youth worker myself. I gave everything I could, and then I burnt out for various reasons, and it took me a long time to figure out what all those reasons were for. So that's what my program's about, and that's what my coaching goes wherever the coachee wants to go, but that's what my program is about.
Excellent, very good.
That's it.
Okay, thank you. Aisha, drop your details in the chat box so people will be able to catch up with you. I know that you've contacted people on LinkedIn. I'm sure they'll get a LinkedIn, but just drop your details in the chat box. For anyone who hasn't got an invite, they will then be able to catch up with you. Thank you.
Okay.
Next, we've got Anna. Anna, you've been waiting a long time, so this is the way around today. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Go on.
Yeah, so yeah, this is my second, I think I came last Tuesday as well. So yeah, I'm a recruiter. I've been recruiting for about 10, nearly 11 years now, and recently returned from 5 years in Sydney. So I've been working in digital there and sort of set up a small business within a larger business, and sort of enjoyed that journey there, but decided to return back to sunny Manchester. And I'm sort of at much earlier stages, I suppose, a lot of you, in that I'm just setting up on my own at the moment. So I went for a few interviews when I got back after a couple of months of chilling and regrouping as I've returned. But yeah, now I'm just decided that that's always been something I wanted to do, and this is a great opportunity and time to set up my own business. So it'll be focused mainly on exec digital appointments, globally and locally as well, across digital optimization, big transformation projects. So I've got quite a few good contacts and mentors and just people that have encouraged me over the years that it's not that I am quite entrepreneurial and it should be something that I do, but I've always kind of been stuck in the race of agency life, and now decided to take the time and the opportunity to start my own business. So I'm looking to be launching probably the end of October. At the minute, I'm just doing like a lot of learning. I've just started my Google courses, just actually registered the business on that and with Companies House, and just, yeah, at the beginning stages. So learning a lot from you guys, because you're a lot of you are a lot further ahead than me. But yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for joining us today. Next, we've got Angie.
Hello, Saeed. Hi there. Hello,
Hi.
everyone. Nice to meet you all, and nice to see some of you back. Yeah, so my name is Anshi Devi. I was a personal trainer and yoga teacher. I technically still am, but now I have branched out into holding my own meditation courses. So I run mindfulness and meditation programs for professionals. I did start out predominantly working with victims of narcissistic abuse, and that's actually my my niche audience predominantly, but I am branching out into working with other therapists, coaches and healers as well. I've been doing this for about 8 years, and the problem is with many people I work with is they think they know how to meditate or they practice mindfulness, but they can't carry that philosophy outside the mat, or they can't hold their attention, their focus, their alignment with their spiritual or their business goals in their everyday life. So that's where I come in, and I make sure that they've got the right mindset all the time, not just while they are practicing with me. I've worked with a guy who had severe anxiety, and he's now had 2 of his publishing deals signed because he had anxiety pitching his own presentations for his publishers. I've had a doctor from Turkey who's now opened up a new practice in London, and another lady who's completed a 5K challenge, another girl who started a business in the USA. Basically, they've all made these breakthroughs, but they all suffered from narcissistic abuse. I've had really good peer reviews from other like coaches and yoga teachers who've trialed the program. So it is going to be open to other people as well, professionals and new businesses as well. If anyone's interested in trying my program or the way I teach meditation, it's open to everyone. So it doesn't hold a faith-based sort of philosophy. It's open for everyone. In fact, if you follow a faith, it will strengthen that, because it will keep you, you know, like focused onto that outside your affirmation time, right? So if you're interested, I do hold Sunday morning live meditations at 9 o'clock. Find me on Meetup, or, you know, do contact me and I will send you the link. If not, I would still like to connect with you all anyway on LinkedIn or just otherwise, because it's nice to make friends, you know, anyway, isn't it, right? So thank you so much for listening, and hopefully I see you all around.
Okay, thank you, Angie. Drop the details in the chat box. Thank
I
you.
will
And
do,
last,
yes.
Amir Ali.
Yeah, hi guys, what's up? My name is Amir. You can call me Amir actually. And
Amir,
next time I'm going to use a different name, so I'm not the last person. but yeah, so I'm a freelance web designer, and I have a great passion for UX engineering. Using one of my lectures help last year, I managed to publish a UX research paper. So the thing is that many of you do have a website, but you might not get enough traffic, or people are not taking action against the forms that you have or the signups or anything like that. So if you need my help, just let me know. I also code it myself. So I do write with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And yeah, the best place to reach out to me is on my LinkedIn. I also gonna put my email over here so you can reach out to me. But from the list, I already know which one of you doesn't have a website, so I might get in touch with you myself. So yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you for joining us today, and drop your details in there. I'm sure people are always going to be interested. Okay, before I leave, I need to speak to everyone a bit about what this winter is going to hold for us. Now, obviously, as we know, this COVID-19 is spreading, and we are going to be looking at certain things. We already know that in hospitality sector is all going to have a curfew at 10 p.m. People are going to be encouraged to work from home more. Okay, so we're going to be looking at this, and that's just the starting of what could be a very severe winter for many of us. But whatever happens is not outside our control. What we can do is to make sure that we are equipped to cope with it as best as possible. And the way to do that is that if people are going to be at home, you've got to make sure that your online presence and the way you can contact people is accessible. Okay, so you've got to make sure that your website all stack up. So even if you've got a website, you may need to look at it again, make sure that everything is you can sort of, it does work. Social media is going to be hugely important. So make sure your social media is up to date and it's got all your details. Now I've come across some social medias which have never changed. They never looked at the contact details, etc., and they've all changed. So keep having a look at your social media. Now with the social media, the other thing is that you do need to keep it updated, i.e. even if you've got a page or something, you've got to keep posting things. And I did last month, for those of us who were here, I went through a bit of research that was done by some other people. I presented it to everyone as about what's the best time to post on the different social media pages, etc. What days and times are popular, and how you get the best sort of results. If anyone wants that information, let me know. I did send it out, and there is a recording of it, but if someone wants that information, please do let me know. But we are in for a severe winter, okay? There is no doubt about that, and things are going to get worse before they're going to get better, because as you know, the furlough, which is what's supporting a lot of people, is coming to an end in October. So that means there's a number of people who have already been told that come to the end of October, they are losing their jobs. And even today, I think it was on the news, Premier Inn, the hotel chain, they are in a position where they're going to have to sort of let 6,000 people go. So things are going to get tougher, but that also brings us opportunities, because of what happened the last time when this happened in March, etc. time, a lot of people then decided to pursue their side to set up in business, etc. But if there's too many people set it up in business, yeah, it's great that you're all in business, but you've got to compete with that. And so you've got to review how you're competing, whatever you're doing, etc. I mentioned those people who were with us last week when I was talking about setting up in business. I know that Anna was there. And there was a little discussion we had about setting prices, because obviously a lot of people go in at low prices, hoping that that would be a way to get into the market, or hoping to have a low price and then increase the price later on, and those sort of things don't work. So you do need to do some homework into what is a reasonable price, etc. And don't try and pitch yourself below that. Now, one of the things that everyone here is going to have a problem with is that, and it is difficult, we will all have some clients who just are nonsense, okay? They take so much time and energy, right? It's not worth your while. And the biggest problem that we as business owners have is we don't have the ability to let go of them. We have to be bit honestly. I've done this for myself, and I can tell you, you make your life easier. I know that it's difficult to let go of. You think it's a customer, it's okay, I'll bear with it. But believe me, energy and the time that customer pays is not worth your while. And sometimes it's worth saying, you know what, I just can't deal with you. And you'll feel that you'll find much more time to look after a lot of people, that other people who will appreciate what you're trying to do. They're the sort of things. Now, we have a late arrival with us today. Majid, you're here. Eventually, we're coming to an end. But Majid, everyone's introduced themselves. And if you want to introduce yourselves before I continue.
Hi, good afternoon. Sorry for the delay.
Don't worry about it, Majid. You're here. You've joined us on time. Don't worry, we're still here. So we're still awake. Don't worry. It's just gone afternoon. So tell us a bit about what you do. I know what you do, but let the other people know.
Okay. My name is Magid Wahba. I'm an engineer, actually, but I'm also a trainer. We have a training company. We do tuition and training for languages like Arabic and French. We also do training for IELTS examination preparation, as well as some corporate training for project management, time management, and stuff like that. That's a brief, fast brief. I know it's a little bit fast, but it's because I'm I came late, so I have to pay.
Don't worry, Majid, do us a favor. On the chat box, put your details in there. So if people want to contact you and they want to know a bit more about the courses and the training that you deliver, they can then find you on your site.
Sure, I will do that.
Yeah, okay.
I just entered home. That's why it's a little bit fast. So I will just put it now.
Yeah, please. Don't worry. That's
okay.
fine. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Right. What you guys are doing is important. Now, what you've got to do is that you've got to have an attraction on the internet, okay? And one of the things that you also got to possess, or everyone here today really, you have to be confident. And you're going to have to do some public speaking, and you're going to have to present. So the idea, I know a lot of you have now gone into courses, etc., etc. That's what you need to do. You need to be able to produce courses on the internet which are accessible via Zoom or Skype or any other platform you like. And there are lots of other platforms out there now. But you've got to be able to move to that forum. And you've got to be able to be confident. Now, a lot of people say it's not for you. I can tell you any business that you want, you can put it on the internet, okay? And you can produce courses, because once you produce courses or you produce some webinars or you do some presentations, people will recognize you as someone who is an expert in that field. Because there's so many of us shy away from public speaking. And this is one of the things that maybe one of the courses Dr. Nasser does for the young people, maybe he needs to do it for adults, is the idea of how to present, how to talk, and how to have that self-confidence. Because that's what a lot of people, a lot of small business, some people are great, they have absolutely no problem. I was one of those people who's very shy, used to stay at the back, but then I realized that, no, I have to build that up. It takes a bit of time and it takes a bit of skill, but it can be done. If I can stand up and speak, every one of you can stand up and speak. And it's just a little bit of preparation that is needed. You don't, the thing that what we shy away from is a lot of people think that if they ask a question, will I know the answer? Right? And that's the confidence bit. The idea is that you will, if you don't have an answer to a question, you say to them, yeah, I don't have an answer, I'll look that up for you, but don't shy away from public speaking. Okay, so if you get the opportunity to present and look at this, because that differentiates your business from any other business out there. And you're going to have to do that more and more going forward, to be honest, in the world we live in. Because to be realistic, yesterday the medical advisor mentioned a time period of at least 6 months. So that's literally all the winter wiped out. Okay, so when you talk about 6 months yesterday, you're talking about March. So that means the winter is wiped out. So the idea, we used to have, sessions where we used to meet in person last year regularly, and I know many of you came to the events in Cheetham Hill, etc. And we used to have nice gatherings and presentations, etc. It's not going to happen. We're going to have more curtail in activities. We are going to have to move to this Zoom and Skype and other platforms, etc. You're going to have to embrace technology. Now, if you feel that you're not confident in IT, etc., I did mention this to the people who joined us on Saturday, is that there is a course which I did. It's free of charge, and I'm going to recommend everyone has a look at it. I got nothing to do with it. It's Google. If you go and look at Google Garage, okay, Google Garage produce a course for you. They will ask you a few questions to ascertain what your IT skill levels are. They will then give you a tailor-made course to you. You take it at your pleasure. It's a video course. They present it's free of charge. Each video is about 20, 25 minutes. I think the longest one I had was about 30 minutes. You take it at your pace. You can stop it, play it, and whatever. If you do the whole course, Google will even send you a certificate out, okay, at the end of it. But believe me, it will bring you up to speed, and it's a very step-by-step, okay? And it's a case of, I believe that if IT is holding you back, look at that opportunity and look at it. Now, the other thing is that you've got to be able to regular posts on your social media, etc. You need to be able to keep in touch with your customers and potential customers. And this is why, one of the reasons why I really like Khan produces a newsletter, okay, every month. And it's something that I personally look forward to. It's about 10, 12 pages. Every month comes out. I know that there's a lot of hard work on his behalf on when it comes out. It's a PDF which comes out every month, but it's full of business tips. And those business tips have been so useful to a lot of other people. And sometimes when I'm talking about, they actually mention in his newsletter, that's where I've got some of the ideas from. It's that sort of thing which I believe that you also need to produce is a sort of email, build up your email list, okay? And keep in touch with your customers. There's a number of people I meet other businesses, and when I ask them, when was the last time you contacted all your customers? And they said, all. I said, yeah, all. Did you send them a newsletter out? A newsletter doesn't have to be, a glossy A4 brochure with a few pages. It could just be one page on an email. It's easy to do. It's cost effective. But you need to keep in touch, because one of the things is that if they're not your customers today, as long as you've got an email, a contact address, one time will come, they will remember that they're getting all these emails from you and they need your services, and they will therefore contact you. And there was a stats done that you need to have, I think it's something like, if you have 84 contact points with someone, the chance of you doing business with them is a lot higher. Okay, so don't expect business to happen straight away, first email, etc. They're saying that if you have enough contact with people, then 84 was the, I think that if you've got 84, the chances are your chance of doing business with them increases dramatically. So it's that sort of thing. So use that sort of thing to your advantage. And that's what you really got to, and this involves a bit of time. You can't do it just 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. I would suggest that you block out an afternoon or a morning where you're not going to be disturbed, and you sit down and you look at your whole business and really look at it from start to finish, and try to automate as many things as you possibly can. Seriously, there's so many apps and other things out there which you can use. Now, one of the things that I didn't have, okay, and when the lockdown happened in April, was that all our information was in filing cabinets, and we still got filing cabinets here. And Brian, who's not with us today, he's got a system where everything can be scanned and stored electronically in the same way as electronic files. We've moved to that. Now, it's exactly the same, i.e. it's set up the same way my cabinet is done. They set it up for you, okay? The IT person came in, set it up the same way. So his client, he's got some folders in there. The beauty of it is every document is in there. And then if I want to find any particular document, I don't even have to go to the cabinet, search for it, it'll come up straight away. That's the sort of technology that you need to invest in. I will send Brian's details out to everyone, because it doesn't cost much. It was really cost effective. He's local business, but it's absolutely a brilliant system. And I've been using it ever since the lockdown, etc. The last lockdown we put. I wish I had it before the lockdown. I realized that I had to keep running to the office to find paperwork. But then when things got better, first thing I did, I said, Brian, you mentioned this thing. I needed it. Let's set it up. Absolutely. It works wonderfully well. And that's one thing that I suggest, that's the sort of technology you need to look at. The other thing is look at your business, not just about customers, look at it from start to finish, okay? Can you reduce any steps? Because the amount of time you can avoid in administration, believe me, is time well spent. And sometimes a lot of us are duplicating, triplicating things. Yes, we do have rules about GDPR, what information we have to store and how to store it, etc. But we don't have to be overcautious, which some people are, or some people are just ad hoc. So we need to get into systems, believe in technology, embrace systems for you, automate as much of your business as possible.
Have we lost him?
I'm back. All right, I'm back. I got out for a minute there. I'm back now.
I was going to take over from you, Sept.
Don't worry. I'll let you take over next time. Don't worry. I'll let you take over in a few minutes. I'm sure you've got something to add. Okay, so I hope that everyone, I'm back. So that's the sort of thing that you really need to embrace. And it takes an afternoon at least, away from all distractions. And if you can spend 3 or 4 hours looking at your business, because one of the things that we all do is that we are so much absorbed in day-to-day business, we never take that business overview, i.e. why we were set up in business, what were our aims, where we wanted to go. We get so absorbed in day-to-day stuff, and that stuff just takes all the time and energy that we have. So you do need to take time, block out to plan for your business. Set some goals that you want to achieve. Okay, and if you can achieve that, set some goals seriously, even if it's a lockdown, set yourself some goals. Now, hopefully there won't be a lockdown, but the reality is that as things get worse over the winter, and don't forget, in the UK, our problem is that winter, we normally have a tendency for flus to increase anyway. And our days don't help because it gets dark at 4 p.m. in December. Okay, so we got in towards the end of October, our clocks change, and then the days start to shorten. They already started shortening already. We've already started noticing now that it starts getting darker a lot sooner. But a month later, when the clocks change, things are going to get dire. It looks, I don't know. I've spent some time in the Middle East working there, and the blue sky and the sunshine has a huge impact on your prospects, believe me. So I know when it's gray skies here, I know, it doesn't give me any motivation to go to the office sometimes. It's that dire. But when you see blue skies or whatever, it does help. And that's the one sort of thing that we need to do. Mamadou has decided to join us. Mamadou, are you there? Mamadou, if you want to unmute yourselves and tell us about your cuisine.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Sorry for being late.
Don't worry, Mamadou. How are you?
Yeah.
It's afternoon now, so it's not morning anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Mamadou,
Yeah,
tell us about your cuisine quickly then, before we all...
Yeah. Yeah, Mamadou is like one of the lucky mamas, yeah. We have a food truck set up in our back garden. Maybe if the connection, I will show you. Because it's a little bit fancy. Yeah, you see it, guys?
Yeah, that's a food truck.
Yeah, that one is our food truck. We set up during the lockdown in our back garden. Yeah, we are doing fresh pasta and pizza, Italian cuisine. Yeah, nice. It's going well.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, Mamadou, do us a favor. Put your details down in the chat box so people can come now. Mamadou is one of those people who started a business just before COVID hit, right? And he had aspirations to visit a lot of fairs, etc. But obviously, with the COVID, everything got stopped down. But that didn't stop him doing business. What he decided to do was to park his food truck in his back garden, physically in his back garden, and he started selling from his food truck. And that food truck has gone smaller for the volume of people. But, really interesting. He does fresh food, which is really interesting. He does healthy food as well. He's got customers coming from 10, 15 miles away. They ring, order, and they pick up. But because he does fresh and whatever else. And now he's looking to expand the business already, because even if it's in lockdown, he's not gone to any fairs. It's in his back garden. The food truck has gone too small. Am I right? You're looking for a fridge and freezer because getting everything fresh every day, because he doesn't do anything made before. It's actually freshly made as you order. And so some people, some of the locals I know, and he's not local to me, and I know where he is. You're in Eccles, aren't you?
Yeah, in Eccles,
yeah. Eccles, yeah. So, and I know that people have been traveling a number of miles. People have been traveling 40, 45 minutes to get fresh pizza and fresh pasta that he does. So he's getting a bit well known. Okay, that's the sort of thing that you need to do. He took it positively. Okay, so this is what you've got to do. Take it positively, and as he has grown, he's found that absolutely by promoting his business, letting people know he exists, etc. More and more people have got to know about it, and more people have got to try. Now, how many of us would really honestly travel 45 minutes, etc., to get fresh pasta and pizza? But people do, because they like the freshness of his product, because they know it's not frozen, they know it's freshly made, it's made on the spot. And I know that because of the capacity that he's in now, which is why he's looking to expand, is that some people are having to wait a long time because he doesn't want to do something ready-made that you just come and collect. It's actually made fresh when you order. So it's it takes time, and obviously there's a certain amount that he can do. So he's trying to get in now a sort of order system where people, you know, like, because otherwise you get everyone ordering at a certain time. And if he gets 10 people there at the same time, he can't cope with that. So it's been an interesting time for you, but good luck to you, Hamadou. Thank you for joining us. But drop the details in so more people come to your food truck, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
But as I was saying, that's the sort of thing that you need to really look into. There's opportunities there. Yeah, okay? And it's just a case of us taking the positiveness. The other thing is, now very importantly, and I want to finish off with this, is that I want you all to look around at the people you associate with. And the reason for that is, if you have negative people around you, they will drag you down, okay? Negativity is something you want to avoid, especially at these kind of times. Especially in these winter months when things may look bleak, avoid negative people. Surround yourself with positivity and positive people. Because when you, believe me, if you surround yourself with positive people, okay, that their positivity, their cheerfulness, their optimism rubs off on you. And it makes a huge impact. But if you're surrounded with negative people, believe me, they will drag you down. Yeah, so you really need to focus on, look around, who are the people you're associating with, etc. And you're really going to have to find people who are positive and stay positive, okay? And I know that sometimes and I'm a business owner myself, etc., doing accounts and tax, and I know that can be a lonely journey for many people, okay? But if it's a lonely journey, we do have these sort of events that we started doing on a monthly basis was for that reason as well. Because we realized there were so many of my clients who were just boxed down day in, day out, didn't get time to come on and meet other people. And this was an opportunity for them to meet other people and stay positive. So I'm going to call it a day there. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, before I go, and most importantly, I forgot to tell people this last time, and I forget to people. Now, if you go back to the chat box, people, when I logged out, you might have lost everyone's details. I think we've lost everyone's details. So before we can go, if you didn't take the details down, for those of us who are still here, can you please put in, you're back in the chat box, your details. And once everyone's put their details in, right at the bottom, there are 3 little buttons. You press the 3 button and it will save the details on your computer somewhere, okay? Or a little folder will come up. It's like a Word folder, and you'll have everyone's details. But because, okay, so those people who can still see them, absolutely fine. Press the 3 buttons at the bottom, and you'll be able to save everyone's details, and you'll be able to contact them. If you haven't, then please put them back in, and we'll make sure that because if anyone like me got thrown out because of internet, I lost that. So not a problem. Now, you will all get a couple of things that I've been doing. I've been telling you about doing online things, and some of you will know that I'm doing a couple of things. I started with looking at business startup last week. We had this. At the request of some people, next Tuesday, I'm going to be looking at self-employment, how the tax system works for the self-employed people. And the week after, we're going to be looking at how companies work. So keeping it short and sharp, and you'll get details from me about information about those free webinars that we're doing coming forward. Okay, so thank you once again for joining us. And I think if everyone who hasn't put their details back in, remember, press the 3 little buttons at the bottom and you should be able to save them. And I'll put mine in there as well now. So you have mine, and hopefully see you all shortly soon.
Said?
Yes, go on.
Sorry, can I just have one moment of
it? Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
I forgot to highlight the products, and I've just managed to find an assistant in the office.
Yeah.
He's actually my business partner, but he's just going to highlight some of the products. Just one second.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
Right, that's Brian, everyone.
Hi, Brian.
5 litre, that's a 5 litre refillable bottle. So I'm going to make it quick. All right, next one. We got the 1 litre itomizer trigger spray bottle, 500 ml. again. So you've got the option of 1 litre and 500 ml, and right, there's a. We've actually just introduced as well. It's a working pen, but at the same time, you've got the item in there.
I saw that on your website. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it is actually a working pen, but it can be used as an atomizer spray. And just one last thing, two more things. I'll just do the final thing. You've got 30 ml carabiner spray. So all of them are spray. So you're not going to have any spillage. So even if you spray out like I'm doing now, it evaporates. So it's less mess. The product that I'm excited about, that we're looking to introduce hopefully within the next 3 weeks, it's actually a carabiner bottle. So similar to this, but it's going to have an atomizer spray at the bottom. It's a 30 ml bottle. It's going to be ideal for teachers and medical staff and anyone that uses a lanyard. So it can attach to here. You'll probably see staff that have got it, but it's more gel based. Because ours is liquid based, it'll be a spray. So we're excited about that. Hopefully we'll be introducing that in the next 2-3 weeks. And yeah, that's basically, I think that's it, yeah, that's all the products at the moment. We've got a few more, but just keep an eye on the website.
Yeah, if you go to the website, the products are there. And like I said, we use it in the office. I've got it here with me. And it is liquid, it's spray. And the beauty of it is that one of the things we found that is actually very, very fast drying. It doesn't leave that gel, and we've messed about with lots of gels in our office, believe me. It's far too much gels until this product came to us, and it was very, very fast. It was very fast drying. And for that reason, I recommend it.
And just one lastly, sorry, I've just left, I don't know if you've got the message, I've left, I'll just do it again now. For you guys, if you put in crazy25, now don't ask me who came up with that promo code, it was actually Brian, just randomly. If you put that in for you guys, you'll get 25% of any product, and it's free delivery. So that's something very much. It's more for 5 litres and 500 mils and 1 litres, but if you use that promo code, capital crazy25, you'll get 25% discount that. So that's me done.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you for the discount as well. I'm sure it's something that as we go on, we're going to be using. And I think anyone who's got an office or something, obviously, we don't all have accessibility to wash our hands in sinks at the offices, etc. So sanitizer, etc. is going to be important. Especially if you've got children, etc., you may want to invest in a small bottle or one of those carrier things for children to carry about as well. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much, and we'll be hoping to connect with you all and see you all very shortly, okay? Thank you very much for joining us today, and hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful. Most importantly, you've got everyone's contact details, and everyone should try and make connections with other people. You never know when those businesses will happen. Thank you again. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right.